Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised.
Success of this event. Coming to the square, I stopped for a moment to catch my breath. It wasn't that the cart was heavy. It ran smoothly without any noticeable effort required. It was just that any physical exertion caused pain to me somehow. Both physical and mental. I sat down on the bench and closed my eyes for a moment. What's that? I didn't really give a damn who it was. Probably just a fellow pioneer girl taking interest in an unfamiliar companion in distress. We need a new voice. I asked her tiredly. She didn't reply. Those are the ingredients for a cake. Do you like cakes?
I don't know.
No, that doesn't sound like a good voice. What's a good voice?
I don't know.
What, you've never tried a cake?
I don't know.
Obviously the girl didn't get what I was talking about, but it didn't surprise me at that moment. I really wasn't interested in the conversation. I was so tired I had zero intention of classifying external distractions and tagging them as either common or uncommon. I see. Come down to the canteen later and you can have a bite.
Really?
Really.
And what are they made of?
What? I asked indifferently.
These cakes.
Well, some flour, some sugar, various fillings. Now that's a strange question. Doesn't she know what cakes are made of?
And you have it all here?
Yeah, sort of.
And sugar?
And sugar.
Could you lend me a little?
What for? I thought it was over the top. A sudden gust of wind made me grab my cart instinctively and open my eyes. However, nobody was there. Am I daydreaming? I noticed, though, that the sack of sugar was untied and a small heap of it had been poured out. Could it be that she was scared by the wind and ran away? Having fixed the sack, I got up from the bench and continued my challenging strawberry way. There wasn't a single person near the canteen. No wonder, dinner was still an hour away. I brought the handcart to the rear exit and handed the foodstuffs to the camp cook. She must have been already told what to do with them as she gave me an unpleasant look. I'm not sure how long it takes to bake a cake, but it seems she had to hurry. I just wanted to relax for the remaining time until dinner. In short, I was so tired that I sat on the steps and waited. My eyes closed themselves. I guess I got so tired throughout the day that I didn't even notice how somebody came up until they patted me on the shoulder.
Hello, hello. I'm Dr. Shinyface.
Miku was standing before me. Yeah. I didn't need a mirror to imagine my expression of skepticism and annoyance on my face.
Oh, excuse me. I must have interrupted you. I'm Dr. Shinyface.
No problem, I was just sitting here.
All right then. I'm Dr. Shinyface.
Miku beamed with a smile.
I was just coming to get some dinner. I thought it might be time already, and it appeared it's too early. But I decided to check in just in case, because you never know, with me, it might be mistaken with how the clock is. Because you know, I am Dr. Shinyface. Well, not the clock can't be mistaken, but I might have misread it. You know, they used to call me Dr. Malpractice Face, but luckily that hasn't happened in a couple of weeks.
She seemed to be ultimately confused and fell silent. It's still about half an hour before dinner.
Oh, well, that's great then. I'll just sit here with you, if you don't mind.
Frankly speaking, I do mind. You know, I have some matters to attend to. I stood up quickly without saying, and left without saying goodbye, ignoring Miku as I always did, while she screamed something after me. Man, you can't... Why are you so rude to Dr. Shinyface, you bastard? A minute later, I got to the square and sat on a bench with the firm intention of finding a quiet and safe place to wait for dinner. I think this is the first time in the last 4.5 days when I felt like this. I wasn't just irritated because of some insignificant detail, but indeed, I was really angry. I've completely stopped caring about where I am and why I'm here. I don't care about how to get out either. What's driving me mad is that I have to carry some stupid tasks given by our camp leader, and it's always me who gets into stupid situations and sometimes even ends up looking like a clown. If all of this is some alien plot of the universal mind, they better consult with their psychiatrist. I gritted my teeth and clenched my fists. And the most annoying thing is that everything seems to happen by itself somehow. I'd rather be happy not having to carry around bags of sugar that weigh like a ton, but I have no choice in it. I mean, any other option would lead to much worse consequences than muscle strain or hurt pride.
Who are you angry with?
Juliana was standing in front of me, smiling slyly. Nobody really, I answered absently, but my fist gave me away. Just like that.
Okay, it's up to you. You better tell me, why'd you run around the camp with the whole day carrying some kind of bag?
I had to, I replied reluctantly.
I guess it was food.
Maybe it was. Juliana was about to say something at that moment, but the bell rang calling pioneers for dinner. I sighed in relief and quickly headed to the canteen, leaving Juliana behind.
Salmon, thank you very much.
For what? The camp leader was giving me a friendly smile.
For the cake, of course.
Yeah, sure. It was that exact moment that I understood the true meaning of the saying, keep your thanks to feed your cat.
You didn't tell anyone. This ought to be a surprise.
Yeah.
That's my boy. And now, off to go get dinner.
Olga Dmitrievna waved her hand, pointing at the canteen. I stepped through the doorway slowly and started to look for a free place. It turned out there were plenty today, so I got the chance to eat all alone. There was fish with mashed potatoes for dinner. What misfortune once again, I'll be left half hungry. And didn't we have fish for lunch? Is it a fish-only day today? Having pushed my plate with the fried sea dweller aside, I lay my head on the table with my hands and closed my eyes. But soon somebody came up to the table.
Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine, I replied without changing my position.
Just tired?
Yeah, a little.
Well, that's bad.
Slavia said seriously. Of course.
You don't remember that we're going for a hike after the dinner, don't you? Have you prepared everything?
What? Where? I opened my eyes and lifted my head instantly. Lena was standing by Slavia.
The hike.
She was surprised.
Didn't you know?
No.